What's good, y'all? Today we're going to be reacting to a video titled DJ Akademiks Just Destroyed Hip Hop Forever by the Celebrity Junk. So I'm not sure what DJ Akademiks did here, but he's a polarizing name. One thing he did bring to hip hop that made it very fucking weird is the whole first week sales thing. Now that matters. But we're about to listen to O'Shea Duke Jackson break everything down. Other than that, if you made it this far in the video, I'd appreciate it if you can click the like button. Helps the algorithm. But let's get into it.
In 2025, going into 2026, it's a no-brainer. Streamers are the truth, and they walk around, in my honest opinion, doing a whole bunch of nothing. But hey, man, these guys got it, and they have huge fan bases. I'm talking about the top ones. But one of the reasons why they have it is because of the collaborations. Streamers collaborate with each other, but more importantly, they collaborate with people who are not streamers,
like rappers and stuff, right?
Everybody following the trend. You see, like comedians like Kevin Hart pulling up on streams.
Yeah.
You see singers pulling up on streams, but more importantly, who you see pulling up on streams are rappers. Rappers are getting a lot of clout from pulling up on streams. Okay, and they're really helping these streamers' careers. But I
don't know about that. I think it's a 50-50 thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Expose something.
You know, didn't I tell you that rappers are competing with streamers? They're just not acknowledging it. They don't realize. Rappers made a huge mistake in the last 2 years. When they were chasing numbers, they all went to the streamers. Like, you got to realize the rapper collab with the streamers is what got these guys to like record levels of clout, right? Like Aiden started that. And Aiden started, I remember, like him and Tory was like one of the first ones, right? I
guess in the early stages, yeah. I would say now, the streamers are usually like the bigger of the two. So it becomes like mutual. But I guess if you're talking about that early, this is like 2020, the time frame he's talking about. Yeah, the rappers definitely clouded up like somebody like Aiden. Hell yeah.
The collab. And a lot of these streamers on their way to, like, you know, whatever clout level they get to, they collaborate with rappers, but overall the end result is that it helped the streamers more than it helped the rappers. And as I said, y'all are competing with the streamers for attention.
Well, it's kind of the same way with the media though, because the rappers, hold on, we about to come on, big cam. So it's kind of the same way with the media, because like rappers obviously went to streams for a reason. They went to streamers for a reason. They weren't just popping up just to kick it. Nobody ever just does shit like that. You can argue that maybe Tory Lanez did it, but every other rapper after that, them niggas just literally just, this is the hot thing. This is the new thing going on. And management companies were probably like, yo, you want to get on stream with this guy. This is the future of like media. Now you got like a lot of rappers that are like 5-year foreign. Any stream he goes on, bro, I ain't gonna lie, the streamer's helping this nigga. Now Travis Scott, a Playboy Cardi, shit at that time, a Tory Lanez is definitely bigging up the platform. But like these rappers weren't going to streams because they weren't valuable. Did the streamers benefit more from it? In the long run, yeah, but it's no different from the media benefiting from having like an artist there. Because the artists, they perceive like, yo, we're doing press, we're going to like the Breakfast Club. The artist benefits from being on the Breakfast Club. They're in rotation in the media for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then it's the next thing going on. Breakfast Club made all that money off of them niggas. Like, so I would say more so the streamers are kind of like the media. They're like replacing the media. That's kind of how I look at it. But let's let him land this plane.
Right now, a stream, it's more enjoyable than just a 30-second or a 3-minute song, which is hit or miss. So I think a lot of these rappers basically just handed their audience over to discover these streamers, which they were already losing market share in terms of attention. I do believe that the streamers have done a great job.
That's a good point.
To extract all of the fans or the attention from potential fans away from the rappers. Now to the fact that the rappers have to show up to the streamer's bedroom to try to get the attention back, except fans are making a hard choice. We're buying into personality over this coolness factor and music that, you know, is hit or miss.
Yep.
Now, DJ Akademiks has been in the game for, damn near 15 years. And he's seen so many changes from being on YouTube and then streaming himself. But what does he understand? He's saying something that's important. These rappers have been so busy chasing clout that they will go on to these streamers' podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Or the streamer stream, go to their room and all of this. Now, the more they do that, they're thinking about, okay, you know, hey, I'm going to get some clout coming to the stream. And that may happen. It did happen with Tory Lane and Aiden Ross. But what ends up happening is you're giving all of the leverage to these streamers, okay? And so their audience keeps compounding. And so what happens is the music now is mid. And so because rappers are not coming out with great songs or great hits, well, now audience going to make a decision because both rappers and streamers are fighting for attention. So who actually wins?
Don't let this go over your head. Rappers, streamers, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, YouTube, everybody's fighting for everybody's attention. It's not just streamers and rappers. Everybody's fighting for the attention of the people.
End of the day, the streamers do. And the reason why is streamers are going to be on every day.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be, you know, streaming, doing all kind of crazy stuff. And so you're vying for the attention. And if you're not really a good rapper, you're making mid music, you're basically empowering the streamer instead of building your own pipelines. So you're basically introducing your replacement. Where else have we seen what Akademiks is talking about right now?
Hold up. There's been a change in this video. Where's the little Doge dog?
So this is just not in hip hop. We've also seen people chasing clout right here on YouTube. And I want to mention one person, Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit had built their own pipeline. And it was a pipeline that nobody ever saw. They basically brought in a live show with beautiful OnlyFans models. You know, they had some guys from the hip hop community coming in. They had a lot of Black Miami coming in. You know, it was a real diverse show. They had guys bringing people into the show. They had their own little pipeline established. And that pipeline was working very well. But what ended up happening?
Yeah, I hate to always bring this up. Fresh and Fit had motion, bro. Look, back then, before they became complete dweebs, these niggas had big motion. 2020, 2021, they definitely like paved a little way.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened to the pipeline.
What happened?
Well, Fresh and Fit wanted to go into the white spaces, all right? And once they went into the white spaces, they started platforming people who ended up becoming bigger than them.
Yep.
Number one was Andrew Tate. All right. Now, Andrew Tate's not a white guy, but let's just say, for example, he is a de facto white guy. But then a person that they brought on who was, in my opinion, down bad, you know, like he had no real chance of recovering. And it wasn't just Fresh and Fit who did this, but it was this guy.
As you know, it's a real risk. And credit where it's due.
Nicholas Fuentes, public enemy number one.
Think about all the people that have platformed me over the years before this stuff was popular. I think about people like Myron, Sneeko, Pearl, and there's so many, but I think about those three in particular because they all had me on their show in 2022, 2023, really right before all this stuff became mainstream, and they got shot out of the sky, every single one of them. They got in right before it became mainstream, literally right before the censorship let up, right before it became popular. And so it's all, in a way, it's sort of like tragic. It's like Pearl, her whole company blew up. Myron got demonetized. Sneeko lost his manager, tons of different stuff. And so it really does come with a risk. You never know what you're going to get.
Nick Fuentes gladly happily admits that, look, Fresh and Fit brought me on chasing the clout in the white alt-right space because they wanted that clout, okay? They chased that clout, brought me on, and now because of that, it signified to the rest of the world that I was okay to be touched. Because of Fresh and Fit, other podcasts at first didn't want to touch him. Fresh and Fit brought on Nick Fuentes. They ended up getting demonetized. Nick Fuentes will go on to be even bigger than Myron is on the right. The New York Times will cover him. Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist problem for the right.
Yeah.
Now, did Myron get there?
Nope.
Hell to the no. He would end up going on the Candace Owens podcast. Now, Candace Owens came to Myron's podcast, but he wasn't invited to hers. Patrick Bet-David also platformed Nick Fuentes. He made him mainstream while he got nothing. Again, he was trying to chase clout on the right, and he was already made, and all he had to do was do what Jay-Z would do, which is not give them any attention, not give these streamers any attention. He should literally have made them work for all the stuff that they get. Now, don't get me wrong, streamers do work, but
streaming is hard, man. Me and my brother were just talking about it. I don't stream, by the way. I'm not a streamer. I know people kind of get shit mixed up. I'm not a streamer. But I've streamed before, and on the low scale of shit that I was doing, it was exhausting. You think about people that do this shit for like 12 hours a day, every single day, Monday through Sunday, bro. That shit is a drag. It's draining. So these people that streaming, they kind of deserve what they're getting as far as like making their money, kind of getting that influence, because it seems like they're doing nothing, but it's keeping people around. Nobody's gonna watch somebody do nothing. So there's that.
Pounding their work for free, and you're just
hold up. Put me. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, people do watch people do nothing, but you know what I'm saying. It's not gonna be a super popular thing. Like, people are obviously fascinated in like community.
Solidifying them, right? And then Myron would actually admit to the consequences.
Started probably last summer, right? So as you guys saw, we blew up and everything else like that. People repurpose our content. They put clips everywhere.
Dweeb.
And it started where, we brought our guy Nick on, and that kind of put us under the crosshairs, right?
Yep.
And that's not to blame him or anything else like that.
Nick
because
Fuentes
that was the
cooked y'all.
decision that we made.
So he's
I remember
saying,
this.
listen, man, we basically cost all of ourselves a lot of money by dealing with Nick Fuentes, a guy who had nothing and a guy who can't pay us back. It wasn't worth the risk. We made a dumb decision. Actually, it was Myron that made the decision, because Fresh has already said that he didn't want this to happen. And then look at what happened.
I want to note here that Nick has 35,000 people watching despite the fact that he's not on the front page. Killing it, man. I'm so happy for Nick, bro. I really am. They've blackballed this guy so much, bro. And he's...
Fuck. 35. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's not covered. 35,000 people watching you at the same time? Oh, my God. That is crazy. What the hell?
killing it, man. So I'm really happy for him, bro. I really am.
So on Rumble, Nick Fuentes has like 35,000 live viewers at one time, right? On the top page. He's happy for Nick. At the cost of who? Himself. All right?
Dick
and
rider.
what DJ Akademiks is talking about is not just a platform problem when it comes to streamers and rappers.
It's an attention.
It's an institutional problem. And the black community can learn from this. Number one, when you build your pipelines or inputs into your community, I don't care if it's for organizations, football recruiting, organizations for churches, organizations into a business or to a community. You never merge your pipeline into something that can't give anything back to you by chasing clout. All right? I see so many guys.
I heard that.
For an example, there was a guy who's a scammer here. Okay, I don't want to mention his name, but he works in the government. He's one of these dudes that brought Terrence Howard here. So around the time that Terrence Howard came to Uganda might have been 2021, might have been 2022, one of those years. He tried to get me and my staff and my studio to stop what we were doing and basically like follow Terrence Howard around.
Damn. Paparazzi? O'Shea Duke Poppy? Wait. O'Shea Duke Paparazzi? Duke Poppy is crazy. What the fuck?
Oh, he's promising, you know what? Terrence Howard can come to your dating show. You know, he can do this, he can do that. You know, he could put you in the credits and stuff. I mean, just
put
trying
you
to
in
get
the
me to
credits?
chase clout. And I said, no, listen, bro, I have an audience every day that we are dealing with. We have, things to do. We're not gonna stop what we're doing, chase clout with Terrence Howard. In other words, like I don't mean to say this, but screw Terrence Howard.
Yeah, get him out of here, man.
I don't give a damn about no damn Terrence Howard.
We don't care.
Terrence Howard don't pay my bills, so the guy was getting upset. You know, he didn't want to pay any money, and then he ended up getting somebody else he could use.
He was trying to get this nigga for the free ski too. God damn, bro, what the fuck? Ugh.
To take that deal that wasn't there, and so you would have stopped what you were doing to chase something that doesn't pay back. And the whole reason why you have pipelines is because you already are established. This is the same mistake that Seagram's made in the 90s. Seagram's had like Martell, Seagram's had Captain Morgan's, they had Seagram's Gin, all of that. They were probably like the #1 alcohol distributor in the 90s.
Put me on old head.
Seagram's did something stupid. Seagram's sold their stock in DuPont to basically buy Universal Studios and Polygon, okay? And it flopped, all right? It was Edgar Bronfam Jr. He's a buffoon. They chased all that clout instead of basically, you know, staying where they
alcohol
are.
Industry.
They went defunct 25 years ago. Now they don't have anything. Right now, if they were still going on, and DuPont is a chemical company, that money was boring, but it would have just kept compounding. They would be the #1 alcohol distributor today. What did they do?
Damn.
They sold all their stuff between Diageo and Pernod Ricard, and now they're defunct. They're down bad. It's the worst business decision of the last 20 years, okay? It was completely stupid. And it's the same thing these rappers are doing. They're doing stupid stuff. The same thing that Fresh and Fit is doing. Like idiots, that they always make it easier for somebody else. This is why it is funny.
All right, man. So what I got from this video, to be honest, is build a network and protect your own brand. A lot of people out here hoeing themselves out for clout. Niggas is dick riders, unfortunately. You can't hold your brand out. You gotta kind of like keep shit tight to the vest and make good decisions. Pay attention to who you decide to work with. Don't just do shit for clout. It will bite you in the ass. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you like the video, and I'm out of here.